What's up? No worries. As we tried and we failed to kill death in here, so we're gonna try again. That's good to hear. Mine's been good but exhausting. I got the litter boxes cleaned out. I got the chores more or less done.
Once he showed up on that stage with the sparklers flying and shook each other's hands.
My plan for killing death is simple. Since these stones give me buffs, I'm gonna put in a few more of them, let them all get charged up, and then stack the shit out the deck. Till then, I'm just gonna feed the crap out my followers and get them good and ready. Because after that, I'll basically just play the game casually and we'll either stream Fallout or something else. There's other games I've got. This has just been a fun little casual play-along game. And looking at the hours, I've spent about a day on it total. And I probably could with timing and just playing very, very well, which I'm not that good at. But through good and just steady play, I could probably take down the main boss now. Because I have all the components I need and I'm fully leveled up. I just also... No. Let's see what we got. See, I need more stones. So while those make stones, and while probably a couple of my followers die, let's milk this one. Do a, oh wait, that's what I was about to do. Let's do a couple of rituals. honestly, having just finished watching the podcast thing there, I feel like it's my duty to point out, y'all, let's not ever fat shame people. One, it's a low-hanging fruit joke. I mean, if you know it'll just devastate the person, then fine, fuck it for that person. But, you know, it's... And had a 1 minute. My screen is slightly off. Let me just... I was just playing Roblox and had a notification. Oh, sweet. But nah, the podcast I've been watching a lot of lately, like it's my new special interest, but I haven't subscribed yet, is... Give me a minute. I know. Now that I've said it, it ain't gonna pop up, but I had them on... There we go. The Pearlmania 500. It's a dude. He's on the left, and he's sort of funny. It's the Pearlmania 500. But honestly, I like the stuff. I don't always agree with him, but I like his stuff. And, well, one of the things they were just covering was Jillian Michaels, who I've always hated that bitch. Like, from the day she started The Biggest Loser, I hated her because it's, even as a kid that kind of thought like Jackass was funny and bullying could be funny, I saw The Biggest Loser and it was like, yeah, but how is being mean to them going to help them at all? Oh, well, if we're just mean to them, they'll stop the habit. I mean, yeah, but no. And again, not as someone, I mean, I was a portly child. I was a chunky boy. But I would never have, I don't know, maybe I was fat. I don't know. I never considered myself as overweight like that. So I try not to talk about that issue as any experience outside of, yeah, I dealt with body shaming shit, because it's the South. Also, it was like, again, I get the whole it's a cardinal sin, gluttony and all, but we don't even get that upset about gluttony, because alcoholism, depending on how alcoholic you are, can be cool. I mean, every cool Marvel character drinks something, and other types of gluttony, like greed and gluttony mixed with the wealth hoarding. Y'all, billionaires are just gluttons. But we just assume, oh, well, because this person is overweight, portly, chunky, whatever you want to call them, oh, well, they chose that. I mean, yes and no. Yeah, they chose it by their diet, by not exercising enough, but one hand washes the other. If their diet is bullshit, like all hearty, microwavable meals, and nothing that's real, their shit's like a diarrhea every day, they're not gonna want to get up and fight the day. They're gonna want to crawl out of bed and survive. So it's like one hand washes the other. On top of that, it's like, I don't know, y'all. People, I mean, we all want, that's the thing that I try to tell myself when I get pissed off, which happens a lot. I ain't gonna lie, it happens a lot. But when I get pissed off, I try to remember we're all the heroes of our own story. A lot of these people that I rightfully call assholes, in their mind, I'm the asshole. So it's like trying to see things from every perspective that you can, while not losing yourself in the mix, because toxic positivity be a thing. Well, I mean, it's the same thing as if my shit, I should have done the fucking harvest ritual. Oh well. But it's like if my friend is eating a pack of Reese's Cups a day, and they're crying to me about they want to lose weight, I'm not gonna, well, you fat-ass dumb son of a bitch, why the fuck you gorging yourself on chocolate, you stupid cunt? No, fuck. What about that is gonna help them? You talk to them like, well, hey man, I mean, you eat a lot of sugar and a lot of processed, like, fat there. So that might be your problem, but it also might not be. It's more, and that's where I like, for a very short period, it seemed like we had the shit right. It's not a matter of what you eat, it's a matter of what you do with it. And that's how I've always lived my life. If I have something like... Exactly. And it's like, also in the case of America especially, I don't know how it is in other parts of the world, but especially in America, it's healthy food costs a lot more. Like, not just pennies more, like dollars on the dollar more. So it's like, of course they're going to go with the cheaper, better option. And it's a hand-in-hand thing. Part of it is a matter of social responsibility. But you also can't really blame people for playing the blame game when every time we bring up, okay, well, let's talk about social responsibility. A lot of my taxes go to paying billionaires to live in mansions, and why am I getting shooed off stage? Why are you booing me? You know what I mean? It's, okay, let's talk about it. It's like how I constantly hear people, oh, you can't say anything. Y'all, I'm not going to say the words that you know I can say if I wanted to say them. I'd get canceled, air quotes, for it. But I'm just not going to say them because I don't want to. In my opinion, there are a select group of words that are the most vile words in the human language, and none of them are curse words. Whereas if I get on here and talk about the LA riots and how those people are doing the right thing and fighting for their rights, I have to be careful, make sure my tone is adequate and that the AI doesn't quite pick up on what I'm saying, because otherwise, like when I was bad-mouthing the president and saying that all his people are shrimp dick bitches, my stream's just going to get cut. I mean, it's going to get cut and it'll take me 10-15 minutes to log back on. So, I mean, who's really being silenced here, you know? And that's all I'm saying about it is, niceness shouldn't be the one that's getting railroaded against. And I never thought I'd have to say this one, but no, by all means, folks, you need to listen to your lying empathy. Empathy's what gets us through bad times. Your stupidity lies in your greed, not in your empathy. I do what I can, like, oh, wait, I need to feed my followers before I leave. I do what I can, I'm 37 years old and I've worked in a variety of industries. I landed in food because I found the security in that. I know other people that landed in construction for the exact same but different reasons. So it's like, also knowing the human condition being what it is, it's like nobody's better than anybody else. People have better opportunities for show on that. But, oh, who was it? It was one of the fancy fucks said it. But it was, I know just as many Einsteins died in ghettos and in fields because nobody saw the value in what they did. Nobody saw the value in them. And that's fucking true. We want to bitch about the problem with inner cities and problem with people, but we don't want to give those people any opportunity to better themselves. And if we do give them an opportunity, as fucking hook and line as it is with like Job Corps, the minute a handful of them act uppity or out of line or ornery, or God forbid, like this isn't the state bending over backwards for them, suddenly it's, oh, but they're entitled. Fuck it. This is why they're this way. No, fuck that. You can't beat somebody with a stick for 30 plus, 80 plus, 100 plus years and then get upset at them for flinching when you grab a stick. And again, this is not like me being judgy of people, because if you don't know it, yeah, this might be news to you, but it's like, trauma doesn't help anybody. The whole line of what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. No, actually it doesn't. I've known a bunch of people that have survived some wild shit. And they survived. They're through it. They're good. Tomorrow their day will begin anew and their trauma is long in the rearview mirror. and it still affects them. They still hear a car backfire too loud and double over like they're trying to dodge a bullet. They still check a room every time they walk in it. And I mean, we get better as we go through it, but it doesn't help us. We help us. The people we found through it help us. I cannot play drums right now. But it's like, the trauma itself only hurts us. And that's kind of why it's like we should try to avoid it. Furthermore than that, if you read like the works of Robert Sapolsky and Naval Haraldi, and I probably said that name wrong, but if you read the works of some of these neuroscientists and people that study like long evolution on people, okay, everybody's good, we can go forward to the dungeon. Okay, people are getting drunk. We can go forward on a dungeon run. But if you study these brain scientists, and over the years of truly unarguably traumatic things, you can find people who survived the Warsaw Ghetto. Down the line, their children have the same markers in the brain that they have for food retention, for fat relocation in their body. I mean, it's on a neuroscience level, people carry the trauma of their past. Not only on a singular level, but on a generational level as well. And that's why we should take time to understand certain things about people. I mean, it's like, on a real level, people want to talk about black folks being violent and da-da-da-da-da, police statistics. One, the statistics are biased. Let's get that right out the jump. Those statistics are biased as fuck. Let's go ahead and get murdered once, just for funsies. But those statistics are bunk. Secondly, if they are of a violent nature, their very nature, which I don't think they are, but if they are, then look at what their ancestors went through. Look at what their parents went through. Look at what their grandparents went through. You've raised a culture, a generation of warriors, and so they will act in accordance. You can't put people to the sword for 100 years and expect them to suddenly respect isn't the word I'm looking for. To suddenly trust your offer of peace. Okay, again, we're playing Red Dead Redemption or whatever the Western game is. I come into your camp every single day dressed in a mariachi outfit. I kill your dog. I destroy your horse. I murder your people. I run the fuck off. I do this every day for a month. And then one day I start streaming, I kick my stream on, and hey y'all, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We're getting on Red Dead today. And I just roll up on your camp and you just lay the fuck into me. Because for a month, dude in a mariachi suit, this dude has been rolling up, and you lay in it. Well, my God, y'all, look at how violent the people on Red Dead are. Look how mean he is. Well, no, you set the fucking stage. I mean... And that's how I feel about the Israel-Palestine issue going on right now, I mean, yeah, the events of October 7th were terrible. Let's not talk about the Nakbas before. Let's not talk about 80-plus years of oppression and death. When we talk about police violence in the U.S. and the rap culture, as it were. Yeah, let's not talk about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and the various other people. You can't kill all the peacemakers and then go, well, why are these savages so against peace? You murdered all the peacemakers. What do you expect? All the ones that are left are saying, fuck you. I mean, y'all, this is basic stuff, you know? It's the same reason if we ever found a god like this one, yeah, the default should be, okay, we know he's here, can we fucking kill him? He's been the architect of all of our woe and dismay. Furthermore, much like a god, they hold our, quote, loved ones for ransom. So of course, refuse that shit. Die 1,000 times over. Let your rage fuel you. But don't give in. Now, as I said that all fervently and fiery, now watch me get my ass kicked, because I'm not ready for this fight yet. But I'm more awake than I was yesterday, so come on, ball, let's do our dance. Gotcha. Yeah, if you had fought with your friend wouldn't be dead. Gotcha. I do like a villain that follows the basic etiquette of combat, just one at a time. It makes it so much easier. And then they get to that cheating shit where they gotta do multiple forms. Woo. I wonder if I can, well, I need more followers to do it, but I wonder if I can bring my demons in here to fight. I mean, it seems like I should. Damn this Death Star motherfucker. I need my buffs. I need my cards. I need to at least not be getting fucking grief while I'm doing this. Oops. And this is normal mode. Oh, whoop. Oh, fuck, I cornered myself that time. And we're down. So now we're going to go do a bit of dungeon grinding, and then we're going to try to kill the god again. But yeah, just, like I said, y'all, that's why you don't do the whole, yeah. Never ever compare what you're doing dramatically to what you're doing unless you know what you're doing is going to be a win. It's the same thing as if I talk to somebody as far as like, if I'm doing an interview, it's different. If I'm doing like a debate, nah, when I talk to somebody, I don't ask a question unless I'm pretty sure I already know the answer. But that's because you don't want to hand them a win. Oh, Lord. Oh, they're still doing their party days, so. Aren't followers fun when they're drunk? There was one of them had a quest. I don't know where they went. No worries, wolf guy. Like I said, this part might take a little bit of grinding. And there goes one. That was quick. I hope everything went well. Oh, I kind of want to name him Abomination. That'll be nice. Gary. There we go, since I don't have a Snell design. Hi, Gary. Welcome to the flock. I don't got any zombies wandering around. He should be good. Gary's starting out at a pretty high level. Let's hope he sticks with it. Oh, crap. The last child we had in the cult deserted the cult. On one of these missions, I'm gonna have to fight him, and he was level 10 when he left. I'm in danger. Well, we need to build a couple more of those statues if we can. Well, that's pretty cool of you. I've never even seen the dragon outside of the Skyrim playthrough I did of it. And I don't really feel like that counts, considering they just give you dragons in that mod. And if you got a PS3, you might still be able to play it. I just have not been able to find it since I upgraded. It kind of sucks, because it was a great it was a great mod. Gave each of the villagers their own little thing, and oh, cute! Okay, I'm seeing now. These are other forms that I get from letting the critters mate. So it's like the Chocobo Sanctuary in Sonic. Alright, that's cool. I dig that. Well, I was sitting here wondering, because I'm like, all that I got left to do is kill death, and then I become God. Now, there's 2 expansions that you can download that I'm guessing I have to pay real money for, so maybe later, but I don't see it. And that's like, we're near the end of the game. That's why I started broadcasting it again. But I'm also like, you know, I'm doing the equivalency of a nuke drop on these fuckers this time if I can. Because each statue does its own little thing. 1 second, let me organize them. Each statue will do a random positive buff to your character for a mission. And they do stack, so it's one of those, this is gonna be fun. Hopefully I'll get a good stack out. But they're charged by my followers, so let's also get some followers in. And inspire them. Oh shit, I almost lost my phone. That's the downside to trying to balance everything. Can't nurture them anymore today, so we'll just let them wander about. And we got 2 buffs ready to go. Can't do another sermon. So. Oh, that's why we put them in there. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Alright. Shit. Before I go, I should try loading them down with food. Alright, now, let's go clear a dungeon. Darkwood would probably be the quickest. Though admittedly, the spider one would give the most bones, and that would help build the rituals faster. I don't know. We're only going to be doing this for another 30 minutes, I'd say. Oh, that would have been handy on the last level. We get a brief moment of invincibility, we damage everything when we take damage, we get bonus resources, and we have 25% less fervor consumption. I'm almost kind of disappointed unless that god fight goes to one more level. Because I was kind of expecting it to be like the other ones where they do the whole you gotta go through a dungeon thing, and then they add like a stackable negative buff to your followers. Like the spider made them more treacherous, the leafy character starved them, and the frog, I can't remember what the frog did. But it's like, I was expecting, because it basically goes mask off, that it's death that you're facing off against. I was expecting, like, the dead followers to come back to life. The followers that, like, because it keeps track, it, like, the ones that starved to death are the ones that I could arguably say have failed. But no, it's like, the only thing that really happens is, at the end of the spider's level, you end up basically making it to where any follower that defected and didn't die, you basically they'll pop it. Oh, there's one now. And they got all the buffs they had before that you gave them, plus now they're trying to kill you. Whoop. And surprisingly, they're more dangerous than some of the mini-bosses. Why? Why did I make you into a soldier? Because you're a buffalo and I couldn't resist. See what I mean by they're very powerful though? Alright, Poop, I'm afraid you're up. What's upsetting about this is I let you leave. I could have killed you. I had the active choice each and every time. And I'm going, no, I'll be a benevolent deity. Oh, and I'm dead again. This is supposed to be the easier dungeon, too. That's what's sad. I'm gonna lose so many followers in this stuff. Honestly, though, it's kind of a good thing, because that means that I'm only getting back to my, like, worst defectors, like, my highest level ones. We've already cleared out all the others. Oh, why are you just wandering around vomiting on everything? Go get rest. Okay, sure, I'll marry my damn second in command. There's nothing could go wrong from that. Nothing in history's ever gone wrong with cult leaders marrying their second in commands, right? Alright, everybody's sick. Nobody else is sick. Also, I love how they're just basically speaking Sinish. Were the Sims the first ones to come up with that, or, like, did someone else do it first? Okay, we got 2 towers of power going. Where's the baby? I just realized I didn't put them there. Nope. There it is. Yeah, nurturing the children. Oh, now I need more gold bars. More followers, folks keep dying on me. Now let's do a wedding, and then this time we'll try to do a dungeon without dying. That's my man, the one in the funny hat in the army. Also, I just realized I've sort of given the ultimate side eye to my previous spouse because, like, they're dead in the graveyard. I have the ability to resurrect, they're just not that good a follower. And I'm kind of like, I want to bring them back as the whole aesthetic, but at the same time, it's like, the game even goes, even followers that are polyamorous will get jealous if you give one spouse more attention. It's like, how the hell do I know if I'm doing that? Yeah. We're gonna have us a cult harem eventually. Not another death. Oh no. It isn't another death. It's a positive event. I'm I'm not traumatized at all. We're good. Okay. Damn it! This is why having an elderly cult kinda sucks. You just can't leave the building without 3 folks dying on you. There's a cult or a retirement community. There we go. And I do wonder, but I know plenty of games that do the option. I do wonder what'll happen if you just sacrifice yourself to the one who waits. Are they like secretly a cool god? I don't think so, given the game's parameters, but you know. I wonder, but I also remember Saints Row and Skyrim and every other time the game has ever given the option of, well, choose the heroic death and you'll do the good thing. At best, you get credits roll. At worst, it's like it actively, oh, by the way, idiot, the thing you did, everything turned out so much worse because of what you did. In Saints Row, I think Zinyak, for spite, destroys the Earth twice. Or some shit like that, they said. It's like, wow. Alright, well now I don't have enough followers so the fable grows up. So, let's try Dirt again. Or Darkwood. I need to try the Spider Dungeon again just because there's still many bosses to collect over there. And then there's the bones.
That epitomizes our fascist moment quite so much as that, right? It is...
Oh yeah, I completely forgot. Riverboat Jack's talking about the occupation of DC. Yeah, y'all, they do some World War II shit happening right now. Like, real fucked up shit. But I'm just a citizen, and I've intentionally been disarmed most of my life. I can fight them when they come to my door, but till then, my fucking stick only reaches so far. I drop black ichor when I get hit. I have an extra heart. I deal poison damage to enemies who strike me. And I do 20% more damage during the day. Fuck yeah. And we're getting the vampiric axe, which is so much better. Yeah, which is so much better. See, I want to do that, I'm just so nervous. I don't know if y'all can hear what Riverboat Jack, but she read the entire essay by Irvine Echo, but called Fascism, which is a really good in-depth piece about like nailing down exactly what fascism means today. And I would love to, like, for example, Robert Sapolsky's book, Behave, as well as a Primate's Memoir, and some of these other books I referenced, I would love to do more than just reference them and actually, like, read them to y'all. But I know if I do, Penguin Audio Production's gonna break one off in my ass. And I don't, like, I know that, what's the word? I know technically I can read, like, passages of them and stuff like that, but even though I can, like, read passages and, like, I can't read the book cover to cover. And for something like that, I kind of need to read it cover to cover and sometimes put up illustrations if it's one like Behave or Determined, where he actually, like, breaks into the brain chemistry, where the chemicals come from, what parts of the brain produce them. To do that, I would need, like, charts and shit like that. But still, it's, I don't know, I think it's dumb to put a, great, Buffalo's back. But I think it's dumb to put a not price gap. I don't know the word I'm looking for. But to more or less put information, to put knowledge behind a price wall. To put a price wall on education just to me seems like the paramount of bad planning. Because it's sort of like planning to fail. It's just, I wouldn't advise doing it. Plan for the worst, but also hope for the best, because hope is a powerful tool. Why are you so good at hitting this? That's it, folks. From now on, if they get above level 5, I kill them. I kill them if they defect above level 5. Free will is nice, but fuck this super powerful follower shit. That one's my own fault. I'm stuck in a quagmire of my own making. Help! Consequences! Okay, new follower. No whammies this time. I mean, if they make followers where they can attack you, I should be able to, like, lower their health down and then save them. Aw, it's Chicken Little. Of course we'll save you. I need more bodies. And hell, in this world, I do think I'm the best option.
It's all just projection. It's not real. You know, the Nazis were incompetent, like, bullshit artists. They were all morons. You know, they were being run by guys who thought they were the reincarnated spirits from, like, the Middle Ages. They were run by people who, like, thought that they could just, like, transmute themselves into, like, a superior race via, like, eugenics and spiritualism. Okay, like, these guys were not hinged to reality.
I still haven't quite figured out the artifacts. I get the idea of how they work. R1 trigger them, and if they're fragile, you get them once. If they're not fragile, you get them multiple times, and then there's recharge time. But I don't know, like, I don't know if the eyes are going to vanish after a couple rooms when they make contact with a target. I'm still learning the artifacts. And I think this is a hammer, not an axe. Yeah, that's a hammer. Ooh, we could do, Dead Island. That was a popular one back in the day. And I've got Dead Island and Dead Island Riptide. So we could, in theory, do the entire thing like a show. Oh.
64. And
Well, I need food more than gold anyway.
is this guy. What a boxer's body was. So they brought him one, and I'll tell you who it was. Just was exactly what you need. One shot, and your heart would pop out. That was exactly what he did another one. He was fat, sloppy, put it on his face. And he did another one, and another one, and another one. And he turned it down, he would drink.
Oh. I grew up during the Bush administration. I remember Clinton when I was a kid, and I remember my parents thinking it was very endearing when I said that as a small child, when our elementary school did an election to teach kids how the electoral process works, I said I voted for Al Gore because, well, they should get a chance too. And my parents thought it was just ever so endearing. I mean, I'm arguing at this point, you know, someone that recognized global warming in the 90s could have taken us a lot further than someone that militarized the police, but I'd be lying if I said little Travis had any concept of what the fuck was going on in the world at that time. We're going to count your fate because I hate the vomit-based weapons. I don't know why I think the Ichor is a vomit-based weapon, but it's one of those lobbing projectiles, and I just don't like them. I like a straight shot if I'm going to do a shot. The most lob I like is if it's a bow and it's going to be a long distance that it has a drop ratio on it. I don't mind that. Damn it. We might double back to that. There we go. It's weaker, but it's better. And now it's not.
I just don't understand. I don't, like, even looking at these numbers put together by Fox, right? Homicides in Washington, D.C. by year. In 2024, 187. So because there were...
I've healed the heart. I hate the health bar in this game. Like, I get that, okay, I've lost 2.5 health bars, and I gained and lost a half health bar. I understand how to read it, but why make it so needlessly complicated? Fuck, give credit where credit's due. Every game from Minecraft to Doom has it where if you lose a heart, you lose a heart. If you gain a heart, you gain a heart. Why we gotta make it complicated by putting what's not there? Ooh, wait a minute, that's good. Is that the boss? That looks like it should be the boss battle. Okay, it was the way to the boss room. I called that shit, yo. See, now they're just recycling witnesses. Put me in the fucking room. I'll ask Trump the hard questions. Let him do his stupid little dance. So why do you dance like you're jerking off the ghosts of the people you've killed? I mean, when he just blathers on, go, so, I helped out with my grandfather, and he suffered from Alzheimer's. What part of that sentence you just said made sense to anyone? Like I said, I would be mean, because why are people being mean to the unhoused and trans people and migrants? Politicians are right the fuck there. And if you want someone to be angry at, well, they're the ones picking your fucking pocket, mate. Get angry at them. Shit, don't be angry at the trans person that, like, 1 in a billion people are. Be angry at the motherfucking I'm about to have to fight a frog. Yeah, and you were level 1, so let's just do this shit. I don't want to do this shit, buddy. You were a frog. I liked you. That's why I made you into a frog. Well, now you're compost. What the hell? What got me? Also, why the fuck am I all the way over here? What got me? Aww. We're at the end of the fucking level. You know what? I'll sacrifice my dear spider. Oh no, that's a witness. I can't sacrifice my witness. Fuck it, Rajul. I'm sorry, buddy. You died for nothing, bud. You died for nothing. That's upsetting. Oh, Exorcist finger. Looked like a gooey duck for a minute. And I'm gonna say gooey duck because I'm mature.
of Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. And that requires action from Congress.
I didn't even read what the hell it does. We're just gonna find that out on the fly.
I am unsure at this moment whether it requires 50 votes or 60 votes. I'm hoping it requires 60 votes in the Senate.
Save me, gooey duck. I don't know what that did, but it looked like it did something. It was pretty. Pretty's a thing. Oh, it summoned demons. That's cool. Hope that didn't cost me. Oh, now I get it. It turned 2 of the people into random demons. That's cool. Okay. Now I'm remembering. I'm just dumb.
There's an additional wrinkle here. Not an additional wrinkle, but there's an additional bad misbrewing, which is that there are plans for a rapid deployment strike force to rural cities. Again, this would require congressional action.
Uh-huh. I went to bed around like 8, 9 o'clock, I want to say. I was up for a little while taking care of the cats, brushing dogs, doing the basic chore stuff. I operate on what I've been told are lethal amounts of coffee. Here in just a little bit, now that the sun's up, and as soon as I start seeing my neighbors move around, I'm going to break out the tiny Dremel and go to work on some of my woodworking projects. It's fully charged, it's also a little bit on the loud side. Approximately, 1,000 troops that get rolled out in waves of 100 to different cities around the country. This is all not really going to do that much, deploying 1,000 troops. I typically catch at least 4 to 6 hours of sleep at a time. I try to make sure I get at least 4, but ideally 6 hours is the goal. I'm not entirely sure what that noise was. I'll have to go check in a moment. Oh, what hit? What hit me?
indefinite, then we're in a very different situation. I'm also very dangerous and poisonous, don't you me?
Yeah, let's go back to the report real quick. Alice, behave.
I mean, I want to see
Oh, switch my legs, and we're gonna take one more shot at the dog, depending on if our little charge-up stations are ready. If they're not, we will hit them fresh on the next go-round. I ain't gonna fight them without the recording going, just 'cause that way y'all get to see the big show when we get to have it.
A larger staging presence here, Jake, and we are told by a White House official that starting tonight there will be a significantly larger...
Oh, sorry, not the Home Act, the Home Rule Act, Super Jet guy, that's my bad.
presence on the streets of Washington, D.C. This is a major staging area. My
That's not good.
Smith and I will kind of go down this fence line here and show you what you're looking at. This is the National Park Police Facility in the Hopkins section of Washington, D.C. We can see armored Humvees right here. We are told that guardsmen and other federal agents have been staging for the last couple of nights. You can see Metropolitan Washington police vehicles here. We have seen FBI personnel coming in with Kevlar vests and weapons, and one taking a rifle out of his vehicle. Now, the National Guardsmen, we're told, will not be carrying on firearms on their person, but they will have them in their vehicles ready if needed. You can also see kind of a command control center over there where those temporary communication stances are. You can see some personnel gathering over there. We've seen several jurisdictions represented here, including the Capitol Police, the Metro Transit Police, again, the FBI, and others. Now, according to White House official Jake, there were 43 total arrests last night in the district. That official saying that was double the number from the previous night, and significantly, the official told us there was 43 arrests last night. The total number of arrests as of last night surpassed more than 100 since this operation began last Thursday, August 7th. Now, among those arrests were 1 for homicide, 33 firearms violations, 7 narcotics-related charges, and several others.
Okay, I just looked it up. It appears that if they want to extend the Home Rule Act, it would take 60 votes to invoke cloture, and the debate did move to the final vote, meaning that Democrats in the Senate would be able to stop a vote even if the Republican majority wanted to vote.
Okay, we're almost ready to go. We got 4 charged, 1 left.
That use is a non-starter. I think that in 30 days this goes away unless we see some absolutely
So on the next go around, we will take on the dog.
I mean, I have very, very, very low opinions of Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer, but I don't think either they would just hand over control of Washington, D.C.
What the hell? That little worm dude. Oh well, I'm not good with kids. Yeah, that's gonna be heart. That's gonna hurt the heart later.
Plus, we need like Nuremberg trials for these disgusting fascist motherfuckers. And we also need statehood for DC. Very least. At the very least. You know, did you get your name from sailing? At the risk of sounding parasocial, just wondering from one trained sailor to another. No, I actually got my name from when I worked at a summer camp. I worked at a summer camp for 2 years, and like I introduced myself to like the leadership of the camp, and one of them was like, "Oh, Jack. We were gonna name our son Jack, but then my old aunt she told me, oh, don't you name him Jack? Everyone will think of Riverboat Jack, the gambler." And like all of the fellow counselors and I like looked at each other, were like, figure that out later. But there's really no reference to a Riverboat Jack the gambler anywhere on the internet. So all of my coworkers called me Riverboat Jack. So that is the origin of my name, and I like it, and that's what it is. Hopefully that answers your question, Cool Trainer. And statehood for Puerto Rico. I'm absolutely
No worries.
It should be contingent on a popular vote on the issue in Puerto Rico. Like, there should be another referendum for Puerto Rico. Like, honestly, I think there should be a periodic referendum for Puerto Rico. I think that there should be, like, every 10 years vote on that. Puerto Rico keeps letting them stand up and ask them keeps happening. Yeah, I mean, personally, I would love if Puerto Rico got statehood. They'd be able to declare bankruptcy and would stop being owned by, like, corporate ghouls that keep going down there and buying out, like, the people who live there. But I also am very aware that there is a colonial relationship between
Welcome back.
Puerto Rico and the United States, and I would really like the people of Puerto Rico to have that self-determination. Do you think
I thought we had one. I guess we don't have anyone else injured. That's pretty cool.
might use the threat of him giving Alaska back to Russia to force Canada's hand?
Ah,
I don't think Donald Trump is going to give
that's
up
pretty
Alaska.
cool. What is
Is that
this?
your mouse, Puerto Rico?
Oh,
I have no idea.
I'm
Give that
fine
choice
with
to
it.
Hawaii while we're at it. Alright, we got a little sidetracked there.
Your Georges. Yeah, we're told that again, the National Guard presence.
Wouldn't Trump ignore Congress and keep the nationally occupied DC? My intuition here is no. I don't think so. I don't think that Donald Trump has a consolidated grasp on the entirety of the National Guard and the entirety of the U.S. military to the point where, like, he could just say, fuck Congress. We're going to keep these National Guardsmen sitting around doing nothing around D.C. for the next 90 days. Let's go. Like, I don't think that's gonna fly. None of the people who are being deployed here view this as their jobs.
Will be significantly larger tonight. The White House official we spoke to said.
Man, a lot of you guys like Iron Mouse. I know nothing about Iron Mouse, but
okay.
from what little I've seen, they seem delightful.
The National Guard will not
Okay.
harass people. They are here to make the environment safer for other officers, and we're going to see what the task force comes up with tonight. We've been fanning out with them for the last couple of nighs, and again, National Guardsmen will make themselves much more present and visibly here in Washington tonight.
The White House says the number of National Guard troops
No, I'm not in D.C.
in Washington, D.C. is expected to expand this evening as President Trump's federal takeover of the city's police force enters its third day. The White House added that the National Guard overnight presence will expand to 24/7. This after U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia,
Like, look at all these jackasses just walking around doing jack shit. Oh, they arrested 34 people. Oh, so an average night policing in Washington, D.C. Congrats.
Bureau went on Fox to highlight the number of arrests made in D.C. last night.
There were 43 arrests. Sorry, 43, not 34, my bad.
We see 7 handguns, and every night it's something else. But this is a message that we're not the
U.S. Attorney for Washington, D.C., Janine Pirro, is insane to me. How?
gonna tolerate crime.
CNN's Kristen Holmes is at the White House for us right now. Kristen, today President Trump said he's going to ask Congress to extend this federal takeover beyond 30 days.
Yeah, that's right, Jake. I mean, first he actually said if there's a national emergency, he doesn't have to go through Congress. Now, he and his team both know that would require a lot of legal hurdles in defining national emergency in this case. But he quickly said that after 30 days, he does plan on bringing this
Let's bring back Eleanor and see if he's
longer than
whole. Oh yeah, I'm getting good at this bringing people back from the dead thing. Alright.
There is, like, in the law, there is a time cap on this.
Well, it doesn't seem to think that that is the case. Now, here's what he said about this ramping up of federal law enforcement.
They're fighting crime. That's a good thing already. They're saying he's a dictator. There's been cases going down. Someone says,
You know, there is something really funny.
See, if I
about
were a
this
more
where
gullible man, I would think that I got future sight, but I think I just instinctively knew not to sit my coffee cup down where I was about to. I moved it over a few inches just in time for both the cats to come running through. Banshee's chasing Oblivion at the moment. What was I about to do? Oh yeah. Let's do a sermon to start us up. Then we'll build one more totem of power. Use the ones we got. And see if maybe, just maybe, we can drag some demons into this fight to even the odds. Considering that looked like it almost glitched my game out. We get a blue heart for the next crusade. We get a spirit heart for the next crusade. We get 5% damage for the next crusade. We get another half a blue heart. And we get a whole ass blue heart. Okay, hopefully this time we can kill God. So, I think I got enough bones to do that. I need to build some more bullshit for that ritual to actually affect though. Oh, boom. Building ritual, go! It sounds terrible to say this, but I would totally be in a cult if this shit worked. Like, if you could show me legit magical powers, like all the church members, everybody in the group comes together and just hits the church floor with hammers, then we walk outside and all the bullshit that was laid out to be built is just done. I'd join a cult. I'm not gullible, I don't think I am, but I'm pretty okay. Then again, I understand why my cult wouldn't be very believable, considering they're almost always high on mushrooms now. I mean, it's hard for me, especially being the way I preach on here, to say this, but as an American, if you're an American and you're in the right headspace that you can own a firearm without being a danger to yourself or others, yeah, right now is the time that we need the firearm sales and stuff to go up, because it would look so bad for him. Though for the record, I do stand 10 toes down on the, it doesn't matter how many guns we buy, if the U.S. military and the U.S. citizenry go against each other, unless the other countries throw in with us, we're just fucked, y'all. I mean, you're bringing a gun to a drone fight. I'm not saying we couldn't do some fucking damage, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, capitalism would still win. That's right now. Now, if Cuba and Mexico and Canada all threw in with us, nah, hands down, fucking America would fall in like a couple weeks. If the citizenry was willing to actually turn on the fascistic rule. I like the short direction.
Everyone supports this effort. It's a bid, right? It's not like hiring 500 additional cops in DC.
And I think they've got a staffing shortage in the DC Police Department. They need to fix that. I don't know what's up.
Round 2, motherfucker, let's go. For a hot minute, I thought the script had been flipped, and I was about to have a follower jump down here and fight with me. That'd have been badass. I know, them ankle wounds can fuck you up bad, man. See, that one would hurt. That one would hurt. That would hurt the pride and the testicles. Oh, I hate how he just said authoritarian. Now, don't get me wrong, when the British people say things like aluminium or something like that that hits me wrong, I give credit where credit's due. They're speaking proper English. But I'm sorry, that there is no word where that's the word. Did you believe me defeated? Did you think that to be all there was to be such a god? You thought yourself above a god. And Zuko done knocked over a
Here's a
food bowl.
story about a Washington State. No, why? Anyway, a Washington State employee stopped at the convenience water.
Oh. It looks cute! You are corrupt, falsidal. Your corruption has no doubt spring. Oh. Okay, but you're still cute looking. Okay, less cute looking. Less cute looking now. But was cute looking. And now I'm dead. Yeah. 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 Well, it's been an hour and 30 minutes. I'm done for the moment. I'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to upload a few shorts, depending on the weather, with the woodworking on it. I might do a live stream where I'm woodworking, but I haven't really worked out the aesthetics of that one yet. And for now, we will just let these little shrines charge up and try that shit again with more power. Like I said, we will record it every time we go at that boss, so I ain't gonna let y'all miss the big boss fight where we kill God. Is that adorably horrifying form its final form? Who knows? Next time on Cult of the Lamb. Like I said, thank y'all for coming out. We will record it, and we will be back on in a bit for either an Assassin's Creed, The Forest, or Minecraft or something. But we'll try to keep it mixed and matched up. Either way, y'all be good, and we'll see you later. Bye for now, that wolf guy. Thanks for coming out.